Well, once again, we have another reason to be dressed up. Today, we've been invited to the induction for the 2025 for the Chamber of Commerce, and it's being held here at this beautiful place called Circolo. It's the one that's on the top of the hill. Absolutely stunning restaurant. Has a lot of outdoor areas. It's got the convention stuff goes on up here right now until the convention center is finished. So there is a lot of conventions that do happen here, but they're off to that one side where it's all the nice restaurants and everything. So I'll show you what it looks like up here though. I've shown other people, so maybe you've seen some of it. Now I don't know, like, we're gonna be filming anything during this induction thing, so, but yeah, we'll see. There's gonna be a lot of big wigs there. Oh. As you can see, absolutely beautiful place. Hi guys. And then out here, this is the preferred areas. Everybody loves to go to because they have this outdoor dining areas where you get your own cottage sort of thing. And some of them overhang the cliff that overlook the city. And they're very, very, very popular. Like, such a beautiful thing. Looks like they're all taken, the ones that overhang. So I'm just gonna go over here real quick, show you guys this great view. Now we just got a little bit of rain. Luckily, it was very small because I'm wearing a suit and we're on a motorcycle. Oh, you can even see City Hall is under construction with all the steel beams going up. And you see down there, that's going to be future public market. The Capitol building is right over here. It's extraordinarily going fast. I can't believe it. That's a new BPO that has gained 4 floors just very, very recent. And the new university here, this one is for nursing, I believe. Could be wrong, but I think it's nursing. Anyway, it's a beautiful place, beautiful view overlooking everything. These trees weren't as high before, but I know over here, these ones, you can see straight out. But it's really nice to get up here on top of the city. Anyway, I lost Catherine. I'm gonna go find her. She's probably wandering around.
We have done a lot of advocacies for the small and medium enterprises. So we now request them to please get seated.
So we congratulate our newly inducted officers.
Well, there we go. That was, what is that, 5 hours we were there? 4.5? Oh, no, we're just doing YouTube, my friend. So that was like 5 hours, almost 5 hours. It's 10:30, so it's been 5 hours since we got here. And but it was good, and we learned a lot about the new growth of the city. The expansions for the airport, the expansion of the ports here, plans for highway production, highway construction and repairs and stuff like that. All kinds of things that was going on at City Hall, and so many big improvements happening in the city. So it was really cool to be able to get that and then be able to ask questions of the mayor and everything about these type of things. They opened it the floor to everybody that was there, so it was really good. And I think even Catherine had a good time, but I don't know how she made it 5 hours. Congratulations.
I don't know. I love listening.
You were?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So much. Hear that? She loves listening. Just not to me.
No, you're not listening to me.
Hear that? She's like, I talk, you listen. Anyway. Good morning, everybody. As you can see, we're doing okay here, but parts of the Philippines right now are not doing very well at all. We woke up this morning to an alert, and it was like a big warning sort of thing, but it was about Iloilo, not here, and saying extreme rain and flooding warning. I've talked to people that are already down there and getting pounded pretty hard. And here we are in Roxas City, and they're just calling for light to moderate rain. So not too bad. This is what it looks like, but we're gonna see, this is not bad at all, obviously. We're gonna see a lot different very soon. I saw clips in Cebu, shopping malls, literally first floor flooded, and they're trying to bring all the goods from the first floor up to the second floor, and Yeah, so this is the first, it's not a typhoon yet, it's considered a monsoon right now, but according to Windy, these are the next few days, and it does turn into a typhoon, but basically when it's already at the top of Luzon and heading towards Hong Kong there. So it's, yeah, this is the first one of the year, and this is the same pattern that I've been seeing since I've lived in the Philippines, where they travel up that east coast and hits up in there. And so we've had a few people already have to cancel. They were going to come and see me at the Beaver because of their flights. And yeah, but it looks like once again we're going to do much better than the most. So I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be very happy about it. And I'm just got to go over to the bar now. I have people that I have made it here today. They're going to be dealing with some, you know, rainy weather. Other friends that went to Boracay, and now they're like, okay, I'm going home early because the weather's going to get really bad. And you know, we get a lot of that draw. You see how it fills. It just kind of goes like this, and it's just pulling all the air and water and stuff. So we should see some really high tides, and we'll see some rain. But for the most part, we're doing much better up here because we are at a higher elevation. You'll know when you drive from Iloilo, you're going up the mountains, up the mountains, up the mountains, up the mountains until you get up to a flat plain. There's always like this little gap there. Not always, almost every time. There is rain when you're going from the lower end to the upper end. There's a spot in there right above Pasig City where you just kind of get a bunch of rain, and then all of a sudden it's a different weather up here. Neighbors are still doing their grinding and everything, so you're probably hearing all that. Anyway, I got to go over to the bar because my CCTV guy, get this, I have such a great CCTV guy. He drives all the way from Iloilo, provides the same equipment, the HIK, you know, not the real cheap stuff, the good stuff. And he only charges maybe half of what I can get from CCTV guys here in Roxas City. And when we first set up our system, they were like, at the bar, they wanted, for the first set of cameras, which was 4, they wanted 25,000 here locally, and he was 9, just to give you an idea. Like, great prices. So he'll drive all the way here, usually with a friend. They usually do it in 2s, and they will do that kind of thing for a third to half the price. And so now I have multiple systems, and I get him to do them every time because I still haven't found anybody here. Like, most of them are like, if you want me to do even work on a camera, like just checking the cable or replace that cable or whatever, it's materials plus 500 pesos per camera. And I'm like, what? I'm not going to pay 4,000 or 5,000 pesos for something he's going to come and do in 2 hours. What's going on here? And so anyway, my guy to the rescue again. We're getting new cameras put in here at the house that faces the main gate, and you can see if anybody walks into the main area here. And at the same time, he's going to do some work at the Beaver. So I'm going to head over there, but there is an expat that just arrived this morning, and he's ready to explore Roxas City. So I'm going to go and meet him there, and we'll get our day started. Well, we have a couple expats in there. I just chatted with one. The other one I'm going to talk to in a few minutes. I just remembered, though. Well, I remembered this morning, or late last night, I should say, about last night with the mayor. There was one part that could dramatically affect me and the Beaver. And maybe a little worrisome, but good for Roxas City, but maybe not so much for me. So the mayor brought up in there that to all the business owners and landowners and everybody's there, that the city's intention is to lease 1 kilometer of the beach for a long-term lease, where the city will then develop that land for the city's benefit, allowing for, yes, restaurants and shops and everything, public spaces, but for tourism, right? Tourism, so it could be a boardwalk with, you know, all the different things and everything to help with the whole place. And 1 kilometer is a lot. So the one and only owners would be San Antonio that have that kind of distance on the beach. And basically, so People's Park is that white staircase going up, where the city built that recently. So from there, all this, all this, all this, all this, right to that white wall is San Antonio. Now Bitoy, I believe it's owned, but he's a cousin of the San Antonio family, so it is all kind of one, basically. One family, anyway. So, I don't know. Does that mean any day now I could be told, sorry, it's all being turned over to the city for 50 years, that kind of thing? And again, I'm conflicted because I do want to see this place get developed and modernized and be what it could be. So I definitely want that. But that also would mean that, you know, at least for the whole period of tearing everything down and doing all this construction, which could take maybe, say, 2 years, just say, to be very, 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 very favorable for them. So let's say 2 years before they will have spots where then you could reopen. But then again, I'm down at the last little bit there that they could start over there and work their way and then relocate maybe over there. I don't know. But yeah, that's something I heard last night that it's crazy. I didn't first think of talking about that last night, but there were so many good positive things. They showed us the airport and the ports and all kinds of improvements are going to be happening here. So we're very excited about all the great improvements. And like I said, this sounds very exciting to me too. But if they come to a deal, I don't know what'll happen to the beaver. And how quickly they'll move on it all and what's going to happen. And maybe this will be something that there will be nothing. It'll take a year to negotiate and then a year of engineering and feasibility studies or something. And then it'll be, you know, 2 more years before they start construction. Anything's possible, but just based on how fast they moved on the People's Park thing, I could see that maybe it won't take that long. Anyway, something I have to think about now and keep in the back of my head that, hey, that is possible. All that could go. All of this, I mean. Rain is held up. Hello, little Laura. As you can see, though, the waves are starting to pick up. The next couple days it's going to be pretty dramatic, but we're like in a nice little hole right now where everybody else is being affected. And we're still doing okay. Still doing okay. We actually have quite a few tables so far today. What's that?
That's actually so big.
Yeah, it is so big, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You're not scared, right?
Yeah.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
What? You're never scared.
Yep.
Okay, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Rojas Beach at this moment. So far, so good.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again.